Shannon Rose, your host for American Dream TV, Selling the Bay Area. Today we're here in beautiful Monterey Bay in Santa Cruz, California, and we're gonna go and visit Humble Sea Brewing Company, where they focus on collaboration, team, and community. Come on, let's go check it out. This is Nick Pavlina. He's one of the co-founders and the master brewer here at Humble Sea. I mean, this is an incredible business. You have over 100 employees. What's like your favorite part?
Focusing on producing the best beer we possibly can is kind of my favorite part, and just being around the team that we've been able to assemble over the years is pretty amazing.
So now we're going to talk to Frank Kruger, another co-founder of Humble Sea. So your packaging is very unique, in my opinion. I've never seen anything like it. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so it's as minimal as it gets. The only material besides the actual beer can that we use is paper, and it's the 4-pack holder, and that's it.
Today we're here at Humble Sea with Joe White, and I want to ask you a few questions, Joe. Tell me a little bit about why you're so passionate about building teams here at Humble Sea.
You know, a lot of people think we have a bigger team than we do, and I think it's really important that when you have a smaller team, you find different people with different strengths that can work together to get to the same common goals. So I know what I'm really good at, but I'm not really good at everything. And so I think it's really important to have that check on your ego so that you can work with other folks and make the best end product that you can, regardless of ego.
Yeah, I've actually noticed that walking around talking to everybody here and the entire team. There's a lot of collaboration, inclusion. It does not go unnoticed, that's for sure.
We try really hard to make sure that we put folks in a position to succeed.
So is there anything else that you want to highlight with me, or any projects that are in the future that you haven't shared yet?
Right, I'd love to tell you about, we're working on an endowment project with UC Davis. We're establishing multiple scholarships at UC Davis for women and people of color in the brewing industry to try and bring a more diverse set of people to the brewing world.
Yeah, I love it. Well, listen, cheers.
Cheers, thanks so much, Shannon.
Right now we're going to speak with Danielle Byers. She's the area general manager for all of the Santa Cruz County locations. What's been the best thing about working at Humble Sea for you personally?
Besides just being in Santa Cruz, I do really love this company. It's really collaborative. I feel like I have a voice and I'm heard, and also my opinion is sought out.
What is it like being a female in leadership in the beer industry?
The beer industry is predominantly white males, and I've never really held myself to think of myself as a female as having a disability. I always speak up for myself, and sometimes that might get me in trouble, but for the most part, I'm here to, bring a different perspective and be heard and make change and kind of trickle that down and empower my employees. I do have a lot of other women in leadership that I'm trying to develop and kind of take on a larger role and have a voice.
Well, thank you so much for your time and sharing all that stuff with me today. It's been super fun to hang out here. So I'm here with Andrew Kokonakis at Humble Sea Brewery. Andrew, tell me a little bit about what goes into making a great lager.
So a lot goes into making great lager beer. It's really hard to make, really easy to drink. It has to be a perfect balance of the minerality in the water, the malt character, the hops character, the yeast character, and because they're so light in flavor, there's very little to hide behind. So with a beer that delicate and subtle and nuanced, there needs to be pretty strong attention to detail paid in every aspect of the process, starting from the very first step of the process all the way to the finished product. So the more attention to detail that can be paid in every single aspect, and the gentler the beer can be treated throughout the entire process, the better the beer is going to end up in the finished product, whether it's in the can or the keg. Lager is not only a type of beer, it's also a process. So if you are lagering your beer, you're effectively sitting on it in the tank, letting it mature, letting it clean up, and lager takes a significantly longer amount of time than, say, a traditional ale.
Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to spend with us today.
Absolutely.
And it was great to learn a little bit more about the brewing process.
Yeah, glad you enjoyed it.
Thank you for joining us today on this episode of American Dream TV. I'm your host, Shannon Rose of Selling the Bay Area, and I look forward to seeing you on our next episode.